Welcome to Bay Focus. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. Always happy when you do. Wow, it is such a busy time of the year, and each week it seems we are bringing you some new events that you can participate in, and this is the time of the year that you really want to plug into what's going on in the community and ways that you can help and learn and grow. In just a few moments, we're going to tell you about a very special event coming up to give you resources and to train you and to give you some information to help people that are dealing with drug abuse and mental health issues. And then a little bit later in the program, I want you to stay tuned because we have Pastor Moses Brown back, and he is with Feed Our Children Ministries. We have him on every year, and he does a tremendous outreach at Thanksgiving that he could use your help with, so stay tuned. But we're going to start today and introduce some very accomplished gentlemen with us here today. Very, very proud to be able to put a spotlight on an event coming up called Lost Connections, Revolutionary Views on Drug Abuse and Mental Health. And we have two gentlemen with us today that I want to introduce that are going to help us tell you what this is all about and how you can be a part of it. And right next to me here is Dr. Joe Bohn. Am I saying Bohn right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Thank you.
And he is connected with USF. We're so honored to have you with the College of Public Health, Assistant Professor and Director, Community Engagement, one of many titles that he has. Tremendous experience that you've had connecting with the community and these topics that we're talking about. So great to have you. Next to you also is Pastor George Wood with the Timothy Initiative and also with the Underground organization, church organization that operates here in the Tampa area, and we're going to find out more about him too. Both of you, thank you so much for coming on the program today.
Thank you for having us here.
Absolutely.
And Dr. Bohn, I'm going to start with you, and I gave your credentials there. You have done so many different things, and I think it's extremely wise and a great thing that you are connected with a Community and Faith Leaders Coalition. You have a tremendous background in working with so many different things, including connecting with governments and communities. But tell us, to start with, a little bit more about this event, what it is, location, time to start with, and how you got connected with it.
Yes, ma'am. So, Darlene, the event is going to be on Wednesday, November 13th. Mm-hmm. It will be from 9 to about 2:30 in the afternoon. The event will have, it'll be at Rivers of Life Ministry Church over in Brandon, Florida. And the way I got connected with this is through my role as Director of Community Engagement for the College of Public Health, and started working on some outreach efforts and connecting with the faith community and other partners. And over the last year, we've been building the plan for this event.
Okay, and I want to do a follow-up question on that because this College of Public Health, and you work with, and you have background in connected community and working in mental health circles. What is the goal? USF wants to take this, what they have at the college and the various things that you do, and connect with partnerships, and this is one area with the faith community. Is this something that USF Public Health Department is really trying to do, is get out there?
So USF as a university is very proud of our Carnegie Foundation Community Engagement classification, and at the College of Public Health we have virtually all of our faculty are engaged in the community in some capacity.
Love that.
And so this is an area of outreach for myself, driving relations for the faith community, bringing them together with other key partners to focus on the crisis that we have around mental health challenges and substance abuse.
Yeah, I love that. And I have to give, we talked about it before, and we give a shout out that we have connection to Louisville, Kentucky.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, from Louisville. I have a brother who lives there, and you had a connection with a tremendous church there, Southeast Christian Church, and so you bring that to the table as well. You understand the faith community. You understand who you're connecting with here. People like the guy sitting next to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He's just a tremendous. I got to know Pastor George Wood just a little bit here before we started doing the show, but you come and you bring this, again, it's Lost Connections, keep throwing the name out there, put by the Community and Faith Leaders Coalition, Lost Connections, Revolutionary Views on Drug Abuse and Mental Health. You are a pastor and work at the underground churches and then also the Timothy Initiative, but you bring a personal angle to this as well. Tell us about your involvement.
Well, I'm actually a person in long-term recovery for the last 15 years. And what that means for me is that I have not touched a drink of alcohol or a substance to alter my mind in the past 15 years. And what it really means, though, is that I'm able to now be counted on as a father, to be counted on as a friend, and to be respected enough to be involved in an organization like with USF and the work that we're doing with the faith leaders. Recovery is something that is near and dear to me. I lost both my brother and my sister to drug overdoses in the same year back in 2010. And, you know, for me, that's when I started the Timothy Initiative. I knew that I needed to do something that was going to impact people on a deeper, bigger level. And with the Timothy Initiative, we have 4 homes that house about 40 men in long-term recovery. We have a construction business that is a nonprofit where we teach the men trades and the ability to work and how to sustain themselves. And so for the last 10 years, working with the initiative and just really, you know, hunkering down and focusing on the work that we were doing, I really wasn't able to engage in other, you know, avenues with the community. And so when a year ago I met Dr. Bohn at the last forum that they had, and I realized that it was time to try to network out and to be involved with more community leaders and more people that were trying to make a difference in the addiction crisis
Okay, and
and
what
the
is
mental
this
health
going to look like?
crisis.
I'm jumping in here
Yes, yeah,
so we can
absolutely.
keep with our get the most information with time, because I
Sure.
think you bring such an incredible experience to the table. What's this going to look like at the forum? You have speakers or what? I know you have a keynote. Yeah, let's let Dr. Bohn
Dr. Bohn's
take that.
kind of got that
And
area.
we'll get back to you too with that. But there's a particular order to this, and you have a keynote speaker and various people.
Absolutely. So the keynote speaker will be Tina Levine
Yep.
with the Florida Department of Juvenile Justice.
Yep.
And after that, we will have a lived experience panel. So we'll have several people on a panel that'll be moderated by Miss Natasha Pierre here in the local community. And then after that, we will move into 4 breakout sessions that will cover the topics of trauma-informed ministry, hope and addiction, and then the other 2 will be on behavioral health resources, and then the missing links in congregational care. After that, we'll have a break for lunch there at the church. People have a chance to visit with some of the vendors that are there, and then we'll come back together for the afternoon session, which will be a panel session of subject matter experts that'll include some of our faith leaders, as well as some folks that are providers in the community, along with someone from education at the high school level.
And there's a magic word to this. This is free.
Yes, and lunch is free.
Lunch is free.
Yes.
But we need people to register, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, and that information is going to be on screen too, and that we have, and they can register in a couple different places, but it's free, and it's a huge learning time. And Pastor Wood, why you've worked from this is real important, because I know we have a number of people watching us that are connected with ministry, but it's not just anybody can come, right? Everybody
Anybody.
can come, but it's really a great thing if you are dealing one-on-one with people that have substance abuse issues, mental
Yeah.
health. Why is it important for them to come to this?
Well, I think it's important because I think that we've looked at addiction and mental health from the wrong lens for a lot of years, and we've kind of isolated those that were struggling with mental health or addiction issues and thought of it as something that everyone is not equipped to work with. And the truth is, we call it lost connections, because in order to defeat the issues that we have with addiction and with mental health and the people that are struggling, we need to bring people together. We need to stop looking at it as like an individual's problem, and we need to realize that it's actually a society-wide problem, and we need to come together and share the responsibility of helping people find a healthy way to live. And so for us, we want to have parents there, we want to have teachers there, firemen, police officers, anyone that lead people in any way, shape, or form. Because if you just wait till people are struggling with addiction or you're struggling with mental health, then you've waited too long.
Yeah.
And so it's important to understand what drives both of those conditions and hopefully get to things before they get too bad.
Yeah, and say you have to, one thing I wanted to say here too, because you guys, and you want to speak to this, you're going to connect people with resources, that you are not there yourself going to provide counselors or anything
Right.
like that. How are you doing that? You're going to have people represented, right? That they
Yes,
can connect
yes.
with?
Well, for the
Organizations?
past year, we've met at least once a month, even more than that in the last few months, bringing together whoever we could that wanted to be involved in this process. So it's not just USF, it's not just the Timothy Initiative, it's people from all walks, and it's important to know all faiths that will be represented there,
Yeah.
so that we can come together as a community
Yeah.
and bring together what we have and share in that, instead of thinking that, you know, in the silo mentality where there's help for them over there and help for them over here. How about we bring all our resources together
Yeah.
and then try to help one another?
Yeah, yeah, and it's a very good point. This is an interfaith thing that is
Yes.
happening, that you're connecting, that you are building bridges
Yes,
and
absolutely.
relationships to help people. That's what it comes
Yeah,
down to, is to help
absolutely.
That's the
people that
focus.
need the help.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah, that's just really a good point. Okay, Dr. Bohn, we're coming fairly close to this, but I want to the end of our time together. But I want to say again, the title of it is Lost Connections, Revolutionary Views on Drug Abuse and Mental Health. And I like the term revolutionary views. So
Yeah.
this is a real
Yeah.
think tank. You guys are really putting your heads together to come up with it. Give us the location and place again, how people can come.
Location and place again will be at Rivers of Life Ministry Church in Brandon, Florida. November 13th. We will start promptly at 9 a.m. Go until about 2:30 in the afternoon.
And this is actually, in terms of the Community and Faith Leaders Coalition, you guys meet year-round. This is an ongoing, not just one event. This is
Right.
something you're trying to perpetuate.
Yes.
And the coalition is a new organizational idea that was just, we just came up with that this past summer. So we're looking to welcome in other faith leaders and other community partners that want to join this mission and purpose to come to the table with us and move it forward
Okay,
in 2020.
and that will, they could contact either one of you to do that.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
ma'am.
Or get with, to do that. Okay, well, we're out of time, so thank you both so much for sharing
Thank you
this.
for
But
having
I
us.
really want to encourage our viewers. This is a tremendous opportunity. You talk about a topic that is just practically in the news every day.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got all the substance abuse addictions, the opioid epidemic, all the various things that are going on out there, not to mention mental health issues that result from it, and you know, all the mass shootings out there all the time. You've got to try to recognize the fact we need to address mental health issues. This forum is going to help with all of the above. So we're going to put the information on the screen one more time and how you can connect, and we will be right back with more of Bay Focus. Just a moment.